At the truck? Oh.
One minute later.
You're halfway through the fight.
Yeah, old mate's shooting me from spawn.
See, now that's some bullshit.
Rock that cunt socks. Rock that cunt socks. That's my 3 kills, bitches.
Objective available.
What the dog doing? Just give in. Just treat yourself to a little mentee bee.
Yeah.
I'm your daddy.
Plum here, g'day champions, how's it going? And welcome back to another Division 2 build video. Today we've got another Tinkerer PvP setup that I've opted to try out with some ARs this time. I've basically adapted one of my favourites, which is my flatline spotter build, to accommodate the Tinkerer. And I've got to say, this build is pumping out some huge burst damage, which has been chunking armor fast. But before we get stuck into the build video, welcome back to all you amazing subscribers. If you're new to the channel and you're enjoying the content, make sure you smash that subscribe button. If everyone can take a second to engage with this video, a like, a share, a comment, it's all going to help with the magic and the wizardry of the YouTube algorithm. We are going to set another 200 like goal on this video. Reaching that goal would be absolutely amazing. Remember, if you did want to support myself and the channel just a little bit further, we do have channel memberships. Click the join button below to see all the perks. And if you want to catch me live in action, jump on over, drop us a follow on Twitch. All the links for all my other socials are in the description below. With all that out of the way, champions, let's get stuck into this build. We are rocking 4 reds, 2 blues, no core skill tiers, but because we are using Technician, we do get that 1 skill tier. And those 2 blues are giving us about 1.1 million in armor. It's a Tinkerer Mask build, so we have the Tinkerer Mask, we've got 1 piece Fenris, 1 Grupo, 1 Seska, and I've opted to go with Foxes and Contractors here. One of the main reasons that I've gone with this particular layout is I feel it's the easier one to farm for, especially if you're newer to the game. And remember, because this is on my PC account, there will be no expertise, but do keep in mind if you are using this in conflict, there's no expertise anyway, and your SHD watch is removed. For our specialization, we're using Technician, primarily for that linked laser pointer. Do make sure that you're speccing to your rifle to unlock this. Having this equipped to our primary weapon means that we can ADS and pulse our targets, which is then going to proc our weapon talent and our chest talent. As this is a build surrounding the Tinkerer Mask, I thought this is the best place to start. This is the exotic mask that you get, which is a guaranteed drop when you complete this season's mastery. It drops with weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage, and I've got a crit hit chance mod. The talent is abridged. If your primary and secondary weapon are not exotics or named and they're of the same type, the second weapon talent is also applied to your primary weapon. Doesn't apply if you use any talents regarding weapon swapping, and you can't double stack talents. For our primary weapon, I've gone with the Fel. This is the SA Para one, but you can use the other one. They are completely identical when it comes to damage. It does come down to player preference. I've also just noted that these rolls haven't been maxed out yet, so that's probably something that I need to look at optimizing. For our primary weapon talent, I've gone with Flightline. It amplifies your weapon damage by 15% to pulsed enemies. For the weapon attachments, we've gone with a crit hit chance sight, extended magazine, crit hit damage muzzle, and you need to have that linked laser pointer under barrel. Without the linked laser pointer, you can't just ADS your target, pulse them to get the amplified damage from our gun and our chest piece. And because I'm loving RPM this update, I've gone with measured as my secondary weapon talent. The top half of the magazine has a 25% rate of fire increase, but it does increase our weapon damage by 25%. The bottom half of the magazine though does have an 18% rate of fire drop, but we get 30% total weapon damage increase. Using both these talents at the same time has been absolutely amazing. We get pretty wild burst damage off the rip, and that bottom half of the mag is absolutely chunking armor. Look, there's going to be a million different combos that you can use. This is the combo that I'm using for this particular build and setup. For our chest piece, I've gone with one piece of Fenris for that 10% AR damage. This one is completely maxed out. We've got weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage, and a crit hit chance mod. The talent that we're using on our chest is Spotter. Amplifies your total weapon damage and skill damage by 15% to pulsed enemies. So we're getting 15% from Spotter, 15% from Flightline, both amplified damages that amplify together. Again, all that you need to do is aim at your target, they get pulsed, and then you've got a huge amount of amplified damage. For a holster, I've gone with one piece of Grupo for that 13% crit hit damage. This one's got max weapon damage, crit damage, and crit hit chance. For the knee pads on this one, I've opted for the Fox's Prayer. The one piece bonus of rifle damage is kind of irrelevant on this setup. We've got max armor, crit hit damage, and that 8% multiplicative damage to targets out of cover. For the gloves on this one, we've gone with the Contractors. Again, that 10% LMG damage is kind of wasted on this setup. We've rolled it to armor, we've got crit hit damage, and that 8% multiplicative damage to armor. And the last item on our build is our backpack, and we've gone with Seska, or Cheska if you want to get really technical. This is going to give us 8% crit hit chance. We've gone with weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage, and a max crit hit damage mod. The talent that I've gone for here, and I use on basically all of my spotter builds, is Vigilance. Increases your total weapon damage by 25%, taking any damage disables this buff for 4 seconds. So obviously you want to play smart and try not to take damage to make the most of this talent. Peeking your corners, getting good line of sights, even pre-firing, learning to do all that correctly will help you keep this talent active longer. Now when it comes to the skills, on these types of setups, it's all complete player preference. I've got the decoy, I like it, and the seeker mine I think is really handy as well. Rather than Champions Fine Print time, let's check out our stats. We are at 59% crit hit chance, which is fantastic. Remember, in conflict, we do lose our SHD watch, so this is going to drop a little bit. We've also got 152% crit hit damage, which is fantastic. We've got 8% damage to armor on this one, and if I get around to optimizing my gun, we're going to have a total of 18% detox. Remember, they're amplified damages. We're at 70% all weapon damage, and our AR damage looks a bit shit because we haven't maxed out our gun. Also, quick reminder, there's no expertise on this build. If you do want to expertise your weapon, these values will increase. As I've said in plenty of my build videos, on my PC account, I'm not expertising guns. That way, if you're a newer or returning player to the game and you haven't got expertise, you know that this build will be usable for you. And just quickly for the defensive stats, as I said before, 1.1 mil in armor. It's not a huge amount of armor, but it gets the job done. So I guess that's the build, champions, my Tinkerer Spotter build. Huge burst damage, which will have you chunking armor fast. But most importantly, you'll have a lot of bloody fun. So what do you reckon? Are you going to be a champion and have a crack at this build? What modifications would you make? Let me know down below. Thanks for tuning in, champions, and make sure that you show your support by smashing the like button on this video, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. Everyone's support is always greatly appreciated. Remember to stay frosty, keep looting, keep shooting, and giving them hell, and I hope to catch you all in the next one. I'm Plum out.